Yo, what's good, everybody? It is your boy Tex. We're back with the MUTMen podcast, episode 109. Again, my apologies for my voice sounding awful. We're getting better. But as always, joined by the greatest host of them all, of all the podcasts in the podcast world. We got my man Gut Fox here. What's going on, bro?
All right, that's not true. I mean, I'm not even the greatest host on this podcast. So right off the bat, once again, we're lying to the folks. But no big deal. Tex, how you doing?
I'm doing good. And if you guys listen to this on iTunes or listening to this on, well, it's probably only iTunes, just leave us a review. It helps out a lot. Trying to get back in the top, 10 sports podcasts of all time.
I love it because we're already there for quality. We just got to get there for quantity of listeners, right?
Yeah, that's what we want. We want people listening, which then brings more people to Madden, which brings more money in our pockets. That's kind of how that works.
Yeah, and more people to enjoy it with. Mm-hmm. All right, so here, I'll run down the agenda quick. First, we're going to get off the text message as normal. We'll talk about the draft promo coming. YouTubers, are they bad at Madden? Did YouTube ruin Madden? Is EA intentionally trolling us with the dual chem cards? Movers, ultimate tickets, and then comments from last week. And if you want us to read your comments for next week's podcast, leave them in the section below and on Texas's channel, on his YouTube channel. And then we'll talk about them at the end of the podcast there. And whatever other shenanigans comes up in the comment section. So, Tex, let's hear your message. I think it's going to be about how I can't catch a cold, and I'm lucky because this is virtual. That's the good thing about the internet is that we're not face-to-face. You can't physically cough on me.
But I can send you a virus, and you can feel the same pain I feel right now. I'll send you one of those email attachments that malware attached to it, you know?
I really shouldn't have asked for it. That's right. I could get virus another way. I shouldn't have said anything.
So just see, you gotta think before you speak. So my text message this week is from when I was much younger, and I think if I don't have a story that happened to me recently, I'll tell some stuff when I was younger since that's kind of timely and associated with the stuff we're going on right now. So right now, if you guys didn't know, I have strep throat. I did not know about this until I went to work, and the lady was like, "Yeah, let me see your tonsils," and then she said, "You got white spots on your tonsils." I'm like, bet, time to go get some medicine. And so it brought me back to a story when I had strep the first time, which when I was in Texas, when I went to school at Andy Woods Elementary, my classmate got me sick, and then he had strep throat, and I ended up getting strep throat. But growing up in an all black religious household, if you get sick, you don't go to the doctor. You just get the Bible scriptures said to in your favor, and you get to drink a bunch of nonsense. My grandma was super religious like that. I couldn't even watch Harry Potter because she thought it was witchcraft. It's just a movie, Grandma. Calm down. And so I told her I was sick. I think I have strep throat. She was like, I'm not taking you to the doctor. And so what ended up happening was she made me drink some Robitussin and some castor oil. I don't that still exists. The castor oil still exists. And I'm not talking about the actual car engine performance. I think it's called castor oil.
It's a vegetable oil obtained by pressing the seeds of castor oil plants.
Okay, making sure.
It still
exists. Yeah. So I was drinking that. I was like, this, and then for a day, it's like you'll feel better. A week and a half goes by. I'm over here when I drink or eat something, it's like I'm swallowing glass.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's strep throat's bad. That was the worst I had. This one I got right now is not terrible because I can actually swallow things, especially soft things, but that one I couldn't even do mashed potatoes, but everything felt like it was bad. But I got better though, eventually. I
guess.
I don't know how long it took, but parents out there, if your kid says they sick, man, just go get some antibiotics. Don't be that person.
Hey, Tex, did you go get antibiotics for this one?
Yes. Well, not from a doctor though.
Oh.
Not from a
Where'd
doctor.
Where'd you get your antibiotics from?
So my doctor, if you didn't know, is my best friend. And he gave me some fish antibiotics.
Fish antibiotics? What's a fish antibiotic?
I don't know, but it has the same principles as amoxicillin. The only difference is it's I don't know where he buys it, but you need no prescription to buy it. And so he's allergic to penicillin. So this one is like a penicillin-free antibiotic.
Yeah. There's a ton of antibiotic, different types of them. But if you start, springing gills on you, just watch out. You might want to switch and go to a real doctor at that point.
No, eventually we'll go. But he's my lawyer and retainer. He's my doctor and retainer. Whatever question I have, he's my agent and retainer. I just go to him. So he's the guy I go to. Also, if the world were to end, he's my bug out guy and retainer.
Is he also your fall guy? Because I heard we all need one of those. Is this just your guy?
If I have a fall, my fall guy is the Texas Boy 91 because I disassociated him with my real persona. So
What were you talking about? You literally just said, Texas, that you went to Andy Woods Elementary. You just doxed the text.
Yeah.
How are you going to disassociate yourself?
They don't know what
giving us
year.
info? What's that?
They don't know what year.
Oh.
Also,
how big is this elementary school?
It's one of the biggest in Texas.
And then how are you going to put your birthday, your birth year in your name on YouTube and say, you don't know what year I went to elementary school?
Exactly. You don't know what year I was in the 5th grade. I could have been a grade up, could have been a grade behind, I could have failed. You don't know. It's a goose chase.
We're down to 3 different years here. So,
yeah.
Like, 5th grade elementary. So that's like, what, 94? But 9, oh no, I guess if you were 9, right? Are you 9 in 5th grade?
I don't know how old I was in 5th grade. I just made the age up. Whatever age you are in 5th grade, I guess add 1 or take 1 away. So it can be our 3-year range and see if that covers my time being there. I'm pretty sure there's no pictures. I'm pretty confident there's no pictures, there's no yearbook, there's nothing. So if you find me, bro, you must be in some shits. Like you must be hacking something.
Yeah, well, there's some crazy people on the internet, and they got the hacks. But anyways, let's get on from doxing the text. So the text message is basically, get your kids some medicine.
Yeah.
Don't let them eat glass.
Yeah, they say they're sick, but don't make them go to school because then you don't want anybody else to get kids getting sick because that puts a burden on them. Just be a responsible parent. Don't be no responsible parent that doesn't take care of your children because you think that modern
they can go to jail. They can go to jail for that kind of stuff if they don't take their kids.
If you send your kid sick to school, it's about the same equivalent as sending a kid like nuts to school with a kid with a peanut allergy that goes to school with you. It's kind of the same thing. You're sending a ticking time bomb into the school. It's
like when the Mongolians used to send over plague-infested bodies over the walls of castles and stuff to infect the whole dang thing. Mm-hmm. Similar thing. You're essentially Genghis Khan at that point.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get on. Did I talk about? I did talk about the agenda right off the bat. The draft promo. Now, was there a market crash text in this draft promo?
I don't even know if there was or wasn't because I didn't really check the market as much. But if I had to guess, I would assume that there was.
Yeah, I think people have talked about a little bit of a market crash, but I sold mine. I sold my team before I left for the weekend, so I've been without a team for like a week. Yeah, about a week right now. But I'm looking at the prices right now. Yeah, they're okay. They're a little bit down from what I expect them to be. You still got, obviously the Calvin Johnson is still up over 1 million. But other than that, yeah, prices are pretty down. Like I'm looking at MUThead most expensive players. You have 5 Calvin Johnsons, the 4 regular ones, and then the 1 big set piece. And then Travis Frederick is the next most expensive player in the game at $700K. I mean, that's crazy that there's no like super expensive cards. Are golden tickets going to be? We'll talk about golden tickets near the end of the podcast, but are they going to be super expensive this year or not?
I don't know, man, because like it depends on the frequency that they're pulled. So I don't know if you checked MUT this past week for the limited times. Was that boy Marshawn Lynch? He was $700K on Thursday.
Okay.
That's like one of the first cards they dropped that, and there was a pack in the game where you can pull for straight halfbacks. It was $700K. And then on defense, Chandler Jones was $200K.
You're talking PS4 prices because I'm looking at Xbox and he's like $475.
No, that was Thursday. Come on, Thursday, the day that he was actually available to be pulled. So if you do the math, like Chandler Jones is being pulled at a higher clip because he was like 200, 300K, whereas that Marshawn Lynch was 750K on Thursday. And so it depends on what they put the odds on, obviously. So they could be cheap like Chandler Jones if they decide to make the fly to packs like crazy. Or they could be very expensive, which I hope that they are, so that way people who actually pull them can get some good stuff out of them instead of them being under like a million coins.
Also, Chandler Jones is like if you're rating these NFL players like we rate celebrities, like he's like a D tier celebrity, whereas Marshawn Lynch is, I'd say, like an A tier name. He's Marshawn Lynch is like a Brad Pitt type.
It's true, but he's also the same. He's coming out the same week that they dropped the Earl Campbell.
Yeah,
and I think another running back came out that week as well. So it's like I understand that he's Marshawn Lynch, but he's no different. He's not better than Bo Jackson.
Very true. I mean, that Bo spoiled us for many months.
Yeah.
And we talked a lot about ratings and where they could go last week. So check out our podcast with Xerxes on ratings and our feelings on that last week. Or if you're on iTunes, just the one right below this podcast.
Right. So I'm checking Gilmore and Burfict, and they were down a lot. Gilmore, like on Sunday, was 420K. Now he's at 310.
Oh shit!
And
Yeah,
so
that's that's like a 25% drop.
They dropped. So they're rebounding right now, but I guess people are selling off just because they know the cards coming out this Thursday are going to be better than the cards that came out a couple days ago.
Yeah, I mean, well, the entire draft, so the number 1 overall is going to go 99. Number 2 is going to be 98. We'll have a couple of those. The last pick of the first round is 96. So we're essentially getting 32, 96, and up cards. The only ones that I don't really see being too glitchy are like the wide receivers. We're not going to get, like last year we got some really good wide receivers like John Ross, the first 99 speed guy in the game. This year, I guess we got like 1 or 2 maybe first rounders, would you say, in the wide receivers? So maybe the wide receivers don't drop that much. Maybe it's a good idea to hold on to Moss and Kelvin.
Yeah, I would too. Just based off, there's not that many. Like, look at draft boards. There's not many wide receivers going to go in this year's draft. High
first round.
It seems like a lot of the first round guys, like 9 quarterbacks that might go first round.
Yeah, so do not hold on to your quarterbacks.
Yeah,
like
quarterbacks
that's something you got to get rid of.
Should go down a lot, especially if Lamar Jackson were to get drafted by the Pittsburgh Steelers or by the Patriots, whatever the reports are. That's gonna be the best quarterback, I think, for my reasons.
I'm seeing some people have him as high as like the Cardinals, like in the teens. So like that'd be like a 97.
What it's saying, the Steelers might move up to get him because they're impressed by his stuff. So the Steelers, they want to, because the Steelers don't really need any help anywhere else, like unless they want to get like somebody on defense, I guess.
But, God, they need a ton of. Oh, this isn't really the NFL podcast, but they need a shit ton of help.
Compared to if you could move up and go to 14, are you gonna find anybody better than Lamar Jackson available that can help your team out?
Vita Vea. I mean, like a defensive tackle, like a nose tech could work.
Isn't Chubb the best rated D tackle? You can't get the 6. Like you can't get that high.
No, definitely not that high. But I'm talking like middle of the round.
Yeah.
They could also get, I don't know, they got Morgan Burnett. They could get another safety. They need a middle linebacker. Who's that guy out of Alabama? That middle linebacker? Am I thinking of the right guy?
See, this is why I need to watch more college football because I have no idea who you're talking about. I only know what the draft guys are talking about. It's so I'm not too sure who's that man, but I just feel like if you're gonna take a guy that's gonna be your future with both Le'Veon Bell and with Antonio Brown.
My bad, Virginia Tech, Jermaine Edwards. Yeah.
Jermaine Edwards. Like you should probably take a quarterback that's on a cheap contract if Big Ben decides he wants to be one of these weird guys. Say, I'm gonna retire.
Yeah, I agree. I think getting the successor now would be a great one, especially somebody as talented as him. I'm just kind of pissed. Like, I know this is still talked about the draft and this is a MUT podcast, but why the hell didn't that son of a bitch run a 40? I want to hear what Lamar Jackson's 40 was. Like, why do we have to like guess at it?
Well, it's unofficial time from like in real games like a 4.29.
Yeah, but are you looking at the Moonlight Swami's video? Yeah, don't trust that because he was starting. Like he had a running start already.
I know, but he had to stop and change directions. Like so, if it was a 4 flat, then obviously makes RG3. Because I put the comment in that video. I don't know if you remember this game. It was against the Vikings. Might have been on Monday Night Football. It was like 31-26, and then he ended up running like a 76-yard touchdown. They clocked him from the 40 to the end zone, whatever the hell it was, running a 4 flat, and he pulled up at the end.
Wow. RG, and he was basically a track star.
Yeah, he's already running too. So, but like, it's still pretty crazy to think that while running, still like you running under a 4, that's fast. So Lamar, I'm glad he didn't run a 40 because everybody knows he's fast, and so
I don't know. I like having the numbers. I like seeing maybe his time was gonna be worse than maybe he didn't like practice it very much or something. Whatever. I prefer to have that. Just to be like compare him to like Vic and other fast quarterbacks of the past. Like if he runs like a 4.4, is everybody disappointed in him?
I think so. It's like a lose-lose, like LeBron in the dunk contest. LeBron don't win it, then he sucks. But if he does win it, you're supposed to. Yeah. So if he like runs a 4.4, like we expect you to run a 4.2.
Yeah.
He runs a 4.2. Oh, you ran a 4.2. We know you're fast. Play wide receiver now. Bill Polian on ESPN. He ran a 4.2. Put him at wide receiver.
I don't know. Yeah, that was a contrived controversy. That was kind of stupid. But so looking at the top of the draft board, like we're gonna get a great defensive end. We're gonna get a bunch of great quarterbacks, a great running back. I mean, Saquon Barkley is gonna be basically an LT clone, right? A 98 overall running back that's kind of elusive and pretty fast. They're gonna get some corners, some safeties, an offensive lineman, and Nelson. Who is the super tall, fast linebacker that ran like a pretty, I want to say like 4.4. Maybe I don't remember what their 40 was. But so we're gonna get some pretty good MUT players out of this draft, and basically the tight ends, they're mocking them towards near the end of the first round, so nothing's gonna be like glitchy there. Like still, obviously the ultimate legend Gonzalez is gonna be the best tight end in the game, still in my opinion. The rest of them, so like there's some positions that are gonna be slammed. I think cornerback will be slammed, like I talked about, but otherwise, I could see, I don't know. What do you think? Like, obviously, some positions will go down, some positions will go up, but overall, like, is it worth it to sell off your team now?
I would think so. It just depends what they decide to do with these players, obviously. If they come out with 2 Kims, which it seems like a lot of cards be getting now, 2 Kims and an ability, and then, yeah, but some of these abilities are kind of worthless anyway, so even just 2 Kims on some of these cards would be much better than 1 Kim cards. And so if we get, there's one quarterback that ran a 40, that was like, what, a 4.2, 4.3? Like, I think it might be the 4.3. Be 4.4, some white cornerback that Deion Sanders was impressed with. So, like,
oh right, yeah.
That'd be. I think speed guys that had like these huge combine pops are going to be crazy. The Saquon Barkley point you made was going to be kind of fun too, because he will, if he goes number 1 overall, number 2 or number whatever, he's going to be probably the best side back in the game if they give him the speed. The thing about it is they do all these cards the same, and so 99 Saquon Barkley might look like 99 Earl Campbell.
Yeah, the thing is, like, yeah, obviously he'll be faster, but, like, he's not going to be a trucking back, so I don't think he's going to be better than, like, well, I guess we don't really have, like, obviously Earl Campbell there, but 93 speed on a running back right now isn't the greatest, but we don't really have a trucking back that I would say is, like, the glitchiest, like Bo Jackson used to be. Like, Bo Jackson right now is just, like a top 10 running back, but no longer, like, in the ride for number 1 because we have all of the competition with, like, Barry Sanders, in my opinion, who's the best back in the game. So
Melvin Gordon, but we'll argue another day.
So I guess we'll see with him, but I don't think he's going to be the best one because he doesn't have enough trucking.
Yeah, we'll see because again, all these cards are the same. So 99 overall this year's Madden, he'll have 93 speed, 99 or 96 juke move, 91 trucking. Like I'm pretty sure he's not supposed to have the trucking, but he's gonna get it.
Yeah, so, well, I mean, Barkley, I don't think they're going to be afraid to give him low 80s trucking, though. Like, because he is definitely not a run-you-over type of back. And they generally, like, you're right, smush the stats and kind of make them all pretty similar. But there's no way he gets over 91 trucking.
See, I want to say that you're wrong because even Melvin Gordon has 87 trucking on his card. So unless they get Saquon Barkley like 99 speed, then I can see what you're talking about. But do you think we'll get 99 speed Saquon Barkley?
No,
like,
God, no.
Because Todd Gurley's 98, 95 speed, 95 juke move, 88 trucking. Earl Campbell's is 93, 97, 92. And then Chris Johnson has 85 trucking. So, like, I'm pretty sure it's 99. If he doesn't have the 97 speed, we'll have, like, 94 speed, 91 trucking, 97 juke move.
I don't think. I don't think that at all. Let me look at. Hang on. Who was last year's rookie running back?
Last year's rookie running back for the draft. I don't remember. Well, he had 2. Chris McCaffrey was like top tier.
Okay.
And then we had. Well, we got McCaffrey last year. Yeah, I don't know who else we got last year. I think it might be McCaffrey.
I think McCaffrey.
Oh, right, and Leonard Fournette.
Yeah, obviously Fournette. But so McCaffrey got 94 speed as a 97 overall halfback, and he run.
It's 40.
McCaffrey 40. And he ran a 4.48. So now Barkley ran a 4.4 flat. So I can see Barkley getting a 95, 96 speed because stats are a little bit higher here. So if he gets like a 96 speed, 99 elusiveness, I could see that. I'd like that. What red chem would you put on him? Never stumble or energized?
Playmaker.
That wouldn't be too bad.
That'd be the glitchiest card in the game. But no, obviously, I'd rather have never stumble out of the 3 running back Kims that they put on running backs. Never stumble over battle ready.
Yeah, he's not getting a battle ready yet.
Or energizer. You never know that. Don't put.
That's
true. Don't say what EA's gonna do because they're gonna do
it. That is very true. I mean, battle ready is always more of a trucking back chem.
Yeah.
Than the other 2.
So they'll figure out a way to mess it up.
Yeah. Fair enough point. I should stop, making those kind of predictions because you never know.
What's he weigh? What's Saquon Barkley weigh?
He weighed in, and I guess I'll just Google it. Wait. 234. Ooh, that's a good number.
234. So he weighs more than Jerome Bettis does in Madden right now.
Wait, don't they have Jerome Bettis at 255?
I thought Jerome Bettis was like 215. I think with Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah, you're thinking of Lynch.
Yeah, Jerome Bettis 256. You're right. So he's like about Kareem Hunt's weight.
Yeah, Kareem they got like 240, I think. Hunt, or no.
Yeah, Kareem's at 237.
237. So yeah, that Kareem played really well for me, surprisingly.
Okay.
So basically, he might even be a clone of this Kareem Hunt. Although Kareem's got 90 trucking, and I don't think Barkley. I think Barkley will get better elusiveness, hopefully, and less trucking, but have like 96 speed instead of 95 on Kareem.
Yeah, we'll find out Thursday, bro.
Yeah.
Both of us will be streaming, by the way. So when this goes live, the draft will probably be going on. So come by.
Yeah, hopefully you can get this live early Thursday. I'm gonna get you this. Anyways, hopefully in the morning, so that way we can prep people, and that way we'll be streaming at night, so that way they don't have to choose between the podcast and our stream.
Gotcha. Or they can do both at the same time.
There it is. Much more watch time.
Just be in the stream. You don't gotta actually say anything or hear us. Just pull it up and just sit there.
I love it.
Leave us on. Go take a shower. Go to your home. Or just pull us up. That's all that matters. Watch time, baby. Watch time.
Support Tex and Fox. I don't know. We got to think of like some sort of snappy hashtag for that.
We got to.
So hey, next question. I've seen some. I think it was Wheels. You got in a little argument with a troll or whatever. And basically the troll said all YouTubers are bad, or he said YouTubers are bad. I don't think he said all. He said YouTubers are bad at Madden. And I responded to Wheels' response saying, it's weird that like YouTubers are thought of as bad at Madden when like many of them get 19 plus wins in weekend league. Like if they do all 25, like I've seen Wheels do it, ScoMo. I've gotten like my 2 times finishing weekend league. I've gotten 5th and then 27th. I think my 2 times finishing. You've gotten, well, I mean, you generally go 15. What's your most wins in weekend league, Ted?
Most wins I got in a row without losing is 15.
Yeah, 15 in a row without losing?
And I was like, I'm good. Yeah.
You didn't play anymore?
Nah, stop playing. I won 15 to 0.
All right, I think you could have won at least 4 of the next 10. You could have easily won more than that. But so I'll just say you could easily get top 100 too. Vic is actually really good too. People underrate him.
Yeah, he beat Problem 2 years ago when Madden 16 first came out.
See, there it is. So Victionary's good. Mike Mack's good. Obviously, we all know your boy Savage is qualifying for competitive events. He's good. He finishes top 100. We have all these different YouTubers. If you can count like AKG as a YouTuber, because he puts out YouTube content, but he's a pro, so he's kind of, I don't know, he's kind of a mix between like whether you consider him just a pro or a YouTuber. You have, well, let me look down my YouTube. Toke, I know, used to go to competitive tournaments when we had him on. He talked about that. All right, let me look. Let's see. Let me look down my. How was CK Birds at Madden?
He tries too hard when he plays against YouTubers. I'm telling you that right now. It makes you mad. Be in a game, you be doing everything. I'm like, bro, they ain't gotta be like this.
Yeah.
But so I've been really. He only does drafts though, so he also is ranked seasons, but he's probably above average when it comes to other YouTubers.
Okay. And then you got Zan Forward Progress Madden, although he's not doing as much YouTube this year. You got Chewbacca Lemma, who's I've seen get 23 wins before. Yeah. So like all these guys, obviously there's some that are better than others, but like there's plenty that you name off that like easily get top 100 and frequently do, and it's like, but they're bad. I think the image problem with YouTubers is that they say they're not good in order to temper people's expectations. Like most YouTubers say, oh, I'm just average at Madden, trying to be humble or whatever. But the thing is, like, then you have like other people in the community say like, I'm amazing at Madden, and like people just believe what other people say. Like that's the thing that people don't understand. Like just because somebody's trying to be humble doesn't mean they're actually like bad at the game, and just because somebody says they're good, they're overconfident, doesn't mean that they're like God on the sticks. So like you don't see like Problem out here when he was on the podcast. He didn't tell us how good he was at Madden, did he?
No, he lets everybody else do all the talking.
Yeah, and so like it's weird, like because like I've said this in reviews before, and whenever I say, oh, that's just me making a mistake, I get comments about how much I suck at Madden. So it's like they don't understand. What's the word? Like people use words, and you don't necessarily take them as fact every time. You need to understand some things are said. Well, I don't even know how I'm trying to say it.
People are saying things kind of not in a sarcastic way, but just are in a way that's kind of self-deprecated.
Yes, and then others boast about themselves but aren't necessarily that way.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, what do you think? Do you think YouTubers are bad or good at Madden?
No, I think they're good at Madden. I think the thing about it is that makes us not as like good to these guys is that we're not running the same shit everybody else is running, right? So, like when I play, I don't run gun bunch. You don't run gun bunch much, do you?
No, I've obviously have used plays in gun bunch before, but I try to avoid the meta formations.
Yeah. So like you don't really be out here. You make the meta because like you're 3-3 fire, whatever, Tampa 2 blitz. Then you have the wham shit. So like you find it and you leave it because that's kind of how you operate. I'm
a hipster.
Yeah. You put the trend on, you go find a new one before anybody else gets to it. It's so like we're not running what these main guys are running. So I think that's why they say we're not good. We're not running tight slots or deuce close all game long. We come out here, run different things, and try different things out. Whereas what the main people who people think are good are running the same 3 formations over and over again. So I think it might be a perception thing to where you only can be good at this game if you run these 3 plays.
Yeah, I mean, like, and the thing with like finding stuff and trying out new stuff, the issue with Madden is like bunch has just been good for 3 years. So like I don't know. I wouldn't say anybody can claim bunch as their own. Obviously, Skimbo's run it the best the past 3 years, seeing as he's the best competitive player. But then everybody kind of copies his West Coast scheme, and then other top players like Kiv's West Coast scheme and stuff like that. And then like tight slots also came out. That's been good. Like I was running it at Carolina a few years ago, but I wasn't running it much, and that's been good. Same with like split close, but tight slots this year has really taken over. After it was made, I think, pretty popular early in the year when Stevie J won a tournament just running toss the whole time. So that's kind of took off after that happened. And I'm sure some other competitive players maybe made it famous and he took it from him. I'm not sure on its origins, the tight slots who did it this year. It definitely wasn't me. So with that, and like you'll see some YouTubers though, like some YouTubers will just spam 3 plays the whole time. This isn't like, not all YouTubers play under the same rules. Not all YouTubers are here to entertain you running different stuff every play like you are, Texas, or Vic. I try to mix up my play calls, although I've gotten kind of into my ways here near the end of the year because I've split time between MLB and Madden, haven't been able to innovate as much lately and move formations, or playbooks. So it's different. YouTubers have different things that they do. Like some YouTubers just want to win, so they stay in one formation. Like Sav has talked about, he's been running gun bunch, deuce close, and then he switched to tight slots lately because all he does is want to win. That's his motivation. So it's different, and I don't know. People just need to see that. So YouTubers aren't necessarily bad, and I feel like when people say YouTubers are bad, sometimes the bar is set a little too high. Like obviously, there's no YouTuber right now. Like Skimbo doesn't have a YouTube channel. Well, I think actually maybe put out a couple videos, but like some of the top guys aren't. Like they're more like competitive players than YouTubers, quote unquote, right?
Basically, yeah. They're because like to be a YouTuber, I feel like you have to meet the qualifications. I don't know, a lot of these guys get their channels partner. So I guess if you don't have your channel partnered or have the ability to make money off of it, you're not really a YouTuber. Just because you upload something here to make a YouTube, just because I go swimming in the ocean is maybe a deep sea diver. Kind of the same vein of that. So that's kind of how I feel about these guys. They don't really focus on it that much. I guess you can call them a Twitch streamer. They can call them but I can't really call them a content creator based off of the little bit of hours they're putting into it.
So yeah, so like, and obviously even competitive guys like in that they'll be like, oh, that guy sucks, but he's like one of the top 10 players in the world. So maybe it's just me feeding the trolls too much, talking about how it's contrary to popular belief. I think a lot of YouTubers are better than they let on, and that kind of moves me into my next question. Did YouTube ruin Madden? Now everybody says YouTubers suck, but then everybody also complains that YouTube and putting out kind of plays ruins Madden. Like, do you feel like YouTubers and us putting out videos on like toss and how effective toss is and how effective bunch is, do you think that, and then that influences the people that watch those videos to run those plays, does that ruin Madden?
I would say no. It doesn't ruin Madden because there's other games that put out videos for exploits all the time, and it makes that game a little bit better. And it is up to developers to kind of react to what the popular stuff is. So in Fortnite, double pump was ridiculous, and then people put videos about it. The best way to win Fortnite, double pump, double pump, double pump, double pump, and then developers like, you know what? That's broken. Let's fix it. And they fixed it. So with Madden, if toss is too effective, if there's these cover 3 beaters, cover 4 beaters that you can't really counter unless you invert your cornerbacks, and these plays are one-play touchdowns, it's up to developers to go back to the drawing board and figure out how to take it out of the game or fix it to where that's not happening so often.
I, for one, am fine with one-play touchdowns against certain coverages. That way they can't just spam that coverage the whole game. You can make them punt. Like, people that used to – remember the beginning of Madden 18 when people spammed cover 4? Mm-hmm. And then we found all these cover 4 beaters. And I'm like, and if anybody comes out in cover 4 on me twice in a row, I have a touchdown. Like, if I see a cover 4 and then I see it, like, I call the play and then I see the next play, I've got to Randy Moss is walking in the end zone. Mm-hmm. So I'm fine with that. Don't let them spam it, make them have to change up their coverages. So I'm fine with one plays. But exploits, I think you make a really good point. Clint, when he was on the podcast, says this is on the dev. So it's not so much that YouTube, in my opinion, ruined Madden. It's just what you said. Like, we're showing the shit that they need to fix. Like, obviously people find this and will run it against you, and it will be there. If it isn't popularized, like, people will win 23 games in Weekend League, take advantage of that without you knowing, and kind of have a one-up on you. So popularizing it, getting the devs to react to that to make the game more balanced, even though the devs, and this is on them, they don't react well enough in Madden. Would you agree?
Yeah, they don't react fast enough, really. Like, it seems like they have these agendas, like they have these timelines. We need to patch out on this date, and so we'll focus on this small thing, and then we'll focus on whatever we can down the line. And that could just because they got a small staff, and they don't really have the resources to focus on the main issues. But I feel like they try to do everything, like, in a month, and then they try to fix what they broke in that last patch they updated.
Yeah, well, it was strange. They got the Hail Mary glitch out of the game in like 2 weeks, right? That was the fastest I've seen that.
Which is funny. Like, you can easily do weekly updates, and I'm still thinking that these people are just making stuff up when it comes to we have to get approval from Xbox. There's no way Xbox and PSN are still be like, yeah, we have to put a patch on a certain. There's no way. It's 2018. This ain't 2013 no more. Like, I feel like you can just put out an update whenever you want to.
Yeah, I totally agree. They've changed that over the years to be better, I think, to make it easier. Like, as you see, Fortnite puts it out weekly, and all their systems are linked, so they all have to be the same, like, code base, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, I would assume so. It's like it's not coming out on PS4 first, and then coming out on the Xbox X next because of the Xbox approval ratings. No, I just think they have these certain things they want to update every single year after they figure out what's wrong with it, and they want to do it like in a monthly fashion, so that way people can kind of keep their jobs. Yeah. That's kind of how I feel about it. That's the way it looks to me. I'm not saying that's the case, but the way it looks to me is that you have these 12 updates you want to put out, and you only want to put them out once a month. That's kind of what it feels like to me.
Yeah, and as we learned from Rex, a lot of their development efforts, because it's on a yearly cycle with one studio, it switches. Like, right after the game launches, like a month or two later, like almost like 80% of the staff moves on, like the coders move on to the next game. So like the 20% that are left coding and making patches for the old game, it's definitely a very limited amount of resources once 18 launches or the new game launches. So that's also an issue, like you said, with staff time.
Mm-hmm. And if they can somehow figure out a way to kind of just fix the stuff that is pressing, like, I would love for them to be like, oh, this stretch is OP, whatever. But like, I would love them to just roll out one update so that way we can see exactly what they're fixing. Because when they roll like 14 fixes in one, I'm like, I can't. It's kind of impossible to test all this right now.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. I'm fine with them fixing as much as they can each update.
Well, no, I'm good with that too, but I'd rather them just do one at a time so that they can not break the game by doing 14.
Then we gotta do like a new download every day. Then that kind of sucks.
That's fine if the game's being fixed. It shouldn't take that long. It should only be like less than less than a megabyte.
But it's my game and I want it now.
I mean, put your thing on rest mode. It'll update by itself.
Won't that shorten the lifespan of the console?
No, it's better for your electricity bill. Apparently, I don't know this stuff. I'll just buy another one. I have no. I'll go to Walmart, buy a new PS4, and put the other one back in the box.
Tex, we're not all out here skimping on health insurance so we can buy multiple Xboxes and PS4s.
What? I thought it's not just me. I thought everybody was.
No. The rest of us have our priorities straight and don't want to.
Yeah, I need to get my affairs in order. I'm getting a little too old to be doing this, man.
Texas, like I told you for the podcast, man, you gotta find what I say exactly. Find a woman to take care of, so that way her health insurance can take care of you.
All right, I'm gonna get me a whale.
Nice. Do it.
Or do I get one with no legs? What's the better thing? Get a whale or one with no legs?
Don't wait. Wait. When was the last whale you saw that had legs?
That's a good point. I mean, she was walking, not fast, wobbling kind of. We're not really walking, but like wobbling.
Wait. Wait.
All right, a whale in this analogy is a woman that's like large.
Well, you know she's not a lady unless she's 280, Tex.
Oh, well, yeah, she's 380 then, so she's more of a lady.
She's like a lady and a half.
Right.
Love it.
Hey, two for the price of one.
The old saying I learned in high school with you just got to find a fold and then wait. Yeah, I was gonna say you find a fold and fuck it. You know, I was like, should I swear on this podcast? Yeah, we can swear. I don't care. It's Texas's channel. If we get demonetized, it doesn't do me anything.
I don't monetize these things anyway, to be honest with you, because they be putting ads everywhere in these videos. They get so mad. Take the monetizations off.
Yeah,
take it all off.
Just put one pre-roll on it.
Bro, I tried to do that once. I took one ad and it should still put 10.
Jesus.
Like, YouTube be being greedy right now, so I just took it all off.
Wow,
you're
You're
welcome.
very
People.
generous.
Yeah, you're welcome. I ain't making no money off this.
Wow, that's super generous.
Hey, you were making much anyway before, but like now, I ain't making nothing. So you guys are welcome.
I already thank Tex for the lack of ad experience.
Yeah.
All right. So and then with that, like I've seen all this common insult online too. With the people blame, they say, "Oh, you're just running a YouTube scheme," and they think that YouTube's ruining the diversity of play calls online. Like, and the thing is, like, okay, what is that? The YouTube scheme? So, all right, one, there are specific tip YouTubers, and there I'd say is a half dozen of them. You could literally point out any play in the game, and there's been a YouTube video made about it, and it's been called glitchy. So the specific YouTube scheme, you could literally say that about anybody in game. Like, oh, that's a YouTube scheme. Yeah, because obviously somebody's made a video about everything, so technically it's correct. But the best plays online, or the ones that run the most, are they basically bunch, gun bunch, toss, stretch, crossfire, and D. Like those specific plays have been powerful since the start of the year. So YouTubers putting out videos on new plays like swing screens or bubble screens or trips tight end, like that's not actually hurting the diversity of play call. Some videos, yes, of course, will be better because it's just better schemes, but that happens to just rise up on top because as people run it, it gets better and better, so they keep running it. But like I don't think YouTube really necessarily hurts the diversity of play calls online. Yeah, sure, it lets people know about what's effective in game, so they're not just running random plays. But I wouldn't blame YouTube for like the gun bunch or tight slots toss or any of that stuff. Would you, Tex?
No, you gotta blame. Like I said, you can't blame the people putting out the content just so that something gets fixed. The reason why tight slots is on YouTube is the hopes that one of the developers, obviously, well, no, I guess if it's a pie chart, the main reason is I want to gain subscribers, views, and money. But the second reason is to have the developers, put something else out to fix that, so that way they can make another video about something else that's more glitchy.
Exactly.
And so if the developers were on their P's and Q's, or Q's and P's, and making this stuff like nerfing it or fixing it, then those wouldn't be that important. But there's always going to be that install. Install can happen to anybody. I run Wildcat, which is not even like a YouTube scheme. Where'd you get that scheme from, man? Madden 16? We're running this for 3 years. Like,
yeah, it's people are straight. Like, it's the thing. I think an issue with this community is that we end up blaming the community for things that's like, I don't know. Do we just not want to keep blaming EA? Because it's completely on EA for a lot of this stuff. That's why you'll hear me frequently in stream like, God damn, this son of a bitch, he's spamming toss or gun bunch. But like, don't hate this motherfucker spamming it. Hate the motherfuckers at EA not able to patch the goddamn game to make this balanced play, online. So again, it all comes back to EA and them and how they set the meta. So the best plays will just end up rising to the top. So, all right, let's move on. Let's talk about, let's go back to MUT stuff. And you talked about double chem cards earlier. You wanted to specifically bring up about EA intentionally trolling us with double chem cards. Can you explain a little bit more about that, Tex?
All right, so the first dabble of double chem cards we got, for those who know what that means, double chems is just the chemistry, not the abilities. I know some people refer to abilities as chemistries, different. So the first taste we got was in MUT Heroes 2, which, quite honestly, double chem should have been out much long, like way earlier, but I'm glad it's out now. And then we went a week, and then we got was it Easter promo? Where we started getting double chems like on promo cards. But, all right, cool. So it looks like going forward, EA is going to give certain cards dual chemistries. And then it was like a month before we finally started seeing Ultimate Legends and NFL replay cards. We went That's a month. It's like so that's 3, 6. We went 12 Ultimate Legends and a lot of NFL replay cards without getting dual Kim on them, which is like, what was the holdup? If we were already introducing this into the game, why did it take you an extra month? Because I'm pretty confident in saying that going forward from now on, every card is going to get dual Kim, even the signature cards. So why was EA intentionally giving us a taste of it, but not giving us the whole thing?
I don't know. Like, do they? It's part of their like slow content rollout, right? Like
but it's not really being. Is it really a slow content rollout if we already have it?
I could see that. I mean, but so what you're saying is once they do something, like all the rest of the cards have to have that something if it's an improvement.
Yeah, because like it just seems ridiculous that like the Travis Frederick today is dual Kim, and if you did it last week for Des Bryant, you can't power him up. He only has one Kim, and now the next Des Bryant that you'll get will have 2 Kims, but be way more expensive. And while Des Bryant with 2 Kims right now will be one of the top tier receivers in the game, if they were to give him 2 Kims. And so it just seems weird that they kind of waited. And Ultimate Legends, like the ones that came out before are now not going to be better than the ones that came out now. So like we'll get like Dante Culpepper, who probably better than Michael Vick outside of speed, obviously. The Calvin Johnson's the best receiver in the game if you get the chemistries max up on him, which is better than the Chad Johnson and better than the Andre Reed that came out. Same thing with Carmichael. Like, this seems like, what are we doing waiting on this? The Mel Renfro was a beast. Like, one of the best cards in the game with the dual Kims, because you can do a lot more to make him a little bit better in the run game and also incorporate other stuff that you may find important.
I just don't understand how this is different than anything they ever do before. Like, they always make them slightly better as time goes on, and they give them a little bit more for the why we keep. That's why we keep building our teams and why we keep chasing the newest cards, right? Because they're slightly better than the previous ones.
Yeah, like I agree with all that, but it just seems like it's a weird. Why wait a month? Why wait a month before you not make it the standard?
Well, it's because I think, remember, what was it, 2 years ago, where we got the new ability chem, was a Never Stumble or Energize or whatever, and then they gave the next running back out that same card, and then Toke and a lot of creators freaked out about their card not being special for a while. I think it's the same thought there, right?
So these cards are getting 1 Kim for now because they wanted to make those cards feel special.
Yeah.
That's a good premise. It does make sense, but this is EA we're talking about. They dropped Marshawn Lynch the same week they dropped Earl Campbell.
Yeah.
Like, they don't care.
I mean, obviously, we all know EA makes a shit ton of mistakes. Like, but that doesn't mean the thinking. That doesn't mean the thinking on this one certain thing was flawed. Just because they're putting out cards that are the same. I mean, they don't screw up everything. They screw up some things.
Okay, I'm just saying. Like, I understand what that card feels special. Lynch was special for a day. He was special for a day.
Lynch wasn't even special the moment he came out.
Okay, you're right. You're right. You're right. He wasn't special for a day at all. But I'm just like, they really dropped Lynch, and then here's Earl Campbell for free.
I don't know. See, the thing is, like, I don't know what you're talking about with Earl Campbell. I had that card like 4 weeks ago. That's not spent. That didn't.
How did EA bought that card? That should disappear off the market.
I got the glitch. Yeah, that was a fun stream. Not knowing where it came from. I thought I was going to take a huge L on that card. I was lucky I didn't.
EA was like, I'm buying that for whatever they got posted back up for.
Yeah, I should have posted it for like $6 million.
That would have been the most. That would have been great. I don't want to buy this card, but I have to.
Yeah. I wish I would have held on to it for a little bit longer. I thought I was going to take a huge L because it was coming out of those best of the best packs, but I was wrong. And whatever. We've talked about that on the podcast. Them accidentally. I don't know if they gifted it to somebody and then they sold it or whatever, but who knows? Hey, so, all right, move on. You actually mentioned something before the podcast. You wanted to talk about competitive players running the same thing. Or we kind of covered that, didn't we?
Well, no, this is a little different. So,
okay.
I want to talk about how competitive players aren't actually that good at the game. And I'm going to keep bringing this up because we have this conversation. I think anybody can be a competitive player. You just have to put the time into it. Obviously, with anything in life, you can be whatever you want to, a doctor, a baseball player, if you want to take the steroids because you're not tall enough. Just to be able to play. I don't know what I'm talking about. But you can be whatever you want to be, and these competitive players aren't
Jose
special.
Altuve.
Yeah, like they aren't special. I went into the stream for the Twitch drop, right, just because they got me. And I saw, was it Mufasa Jones?
I don't know. I don't really follow.
He was playing Dubby, and Dubby had bronze Sam Shields in the secondary. Tell me why my man who had Herschel Walker at running back decided to try to outrun him. Just run him over. Like, you're a competitive player. You're supposed to make the smart decision. Why are you trying to run around Sam Shields? Bronze, 58 overall, whatever the hell he is, Sam Shields.
Yeah, well, wait, so W tried to run around the Sam
Shields?
No.
Mufasa tried to run around Sam Shields.
You know,
I'm like, that's a noob decision.
Yeah.
It's an amateur decision, bro. Imagine a running back in real life seeing somebody, like, especially he has no abilities. He has nothing. He has no tackle. He has no ratings. And I know Madden's wonky. He may force a fumble if he shoot a big hit, but like, yo, just run him over.
Not everybody's perfect. You know, obviously people make mistakes in real life and in video games. And yeah, sure, it was a mistake. I mean, I don't know.
Bro, yeah, whenever I see a safety or a cornerback, I'm going for the truck stick, unless it's Dick Lane or Mel Blount.
Or Sean Taylor or Brian Dawkins. If you play MUT, you really can't go for truck sticks much.
Well, yeah, Sean Taylor too, but yeah, I truck everybody. I truck with Cam. I run people over with Cam because if I see somebody smaller than me, I'm running you over. That's what I it's just because like that's the way to play. And so if you're playing competitive, you gotta know your opponent's team. You gotta know he has a bronze linebacker and a bronze safety out there. Why are you running around him? Or trying to run around him. Just run him over, get that glitchy animation, and then you can run in the end zone. He had a touchdown there in that play because he got bailed out because he tried to run around him and running out of bounds.
I think, yeah. Sorry, go on.
No, because that's all I had to say. I was like, the man got lucky because this competitive player who's supposed to be the best of the best couldn't identify a weakness in this dude's defense.
Yeah, I mean, Tex, you're basically on the verge of being one yourself. So, I mean, you making that decision, it's a split-second decision, and you made the wrong decision. It happens a ton. You see a lot of misreads and stuff, and it's just the way Madden plays. Like, maybe that's why he's not in the Final Four.
Oh, it's not. He lost because of that. I mean, he lost because he threw like 4 picks. He was panicking.
Oh.
Which is something that I would do. Because, like they run the same play. You know what this guy's doing. Why are you throwing picks and shit? It's funny as hell. But I'm like, that play could have at least stopped the bleeding because it would have put him down. It would have put him down by 7, I think.
Yeah,
but
it is. Yeah, it is strange. I mean, you know, obviously you know what play they're gonna run, but they make micro adjustments and stuff, and make it tough to make reads where you think something's gonna be open. Was like I played W early in the year, and he ran that same defensive play, that loop blitz the whole game, and then he did his one play on offense with the Y out. So he did that the whole game, and you know, he makes those micro adjustments on defense and then moves his user. And so it's tough to make reads. Like, you know, I was able to beat him because he ran commit, thinking I was going to run a toss, and I ran a streak over his head. But it ended up like the coverage just changes, even though it looks the same in the play call, you know?
Yeah, I understand that. My whole thing is if you're competitive play, the least you can do is truck a bronze cornerback if you want to be called competitive.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Split-second mistake, whatever.
Is it split-second? You can see you can see who he is. It's not night train. Like, you can tell who not to truck. You could tell who. Okay, I'm going to slide. Yeah. You could tell. This dude Sam Shields is like the meekest character looking in the game. Like, just run him over.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like I'm not that interested, so I kind of want to just move on.
Oh, I'm not either. I just find it funny. Like, y'all think competitive players are like the bee's knees, and these dudes out here making decisions that my sister would make.
You're doing the same thing YouTube comments do to YouTubers. You just talk about this.
You know? No, I'm talking about them. I'm talking about how they think they're so great and how they think they're the best of the best. My man can't truck a damn cornerback.
Yeah, I don't know him, so I don't know his personality, whether he thinks he's the best of the best or not. So I'm not gonna make a comment on that. I'll let you take the heat for that one, Tex.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be some beef that's going on. I don't care though. I just ignore stuff.
You're about to get some ats on Twitter.
Hey man, it's a split. Like you said, it's a split second decision. It's gonna be something about like how whack my mama is, some shit like that. I don't care. Just say if you good, bro, you make that decision, bro. You gotta truck somebody. That's all I gotta say. Let's go to this. Move on.
And here's the thing, like you said earlier, that anybody can be good. Obviously, like there's I think I said on the top of Reddit that there's some psychologists that said if you train any child and anything from an early enough age, they'll be amazing at it. And he trained all of his like daughters to be like good at chess, and they all become like prodigies. And like one became like the greatest women's champion of all time, and was the best women's chess player for like 20 some years or whatever. So that's, I mean, it's the thing, and this is something I saw also elsewhere on the internet. Like people like, I don't want to go to YouTube and learn what's good at Madden. I just want to play the game. And I'm like, you have to put in the goddamn time if you want to be good at the game. You can't just expect the game to win for you. Like these people that go on the internet that complain about the game being glitchy, or you got to learn certain things and how to play. Like, no shit. What do you think any game is? Like, you think you go to chess and just like knock over the opponent's wow, I can't even finish my goddamn sentence. Pawns and queens and kings and bishops and whatnot. Like you can't just take rooks off the board in chess and expect to win. Like, that's not how the game plays. You got to learn how it plays, what beats what, like the coverage. Like you can't throw a flood route against cover 3 this year because the DBs that react psychically. Like, there's just things you have to learn. Like, Madden is not football. Madden is a video game. You have to learn, and you have to understand that, and you won't be a competitive high-end player until you understand this is a video game first and then a football simulator second. Like, we can talk about them trying to make this game a football game, and that's what we've want them to do, but that is not where Madden is at right now. Like, the way that they've tuned this game, we talked about this a lot last week with Xerxes. This game, because of the way they make the pass rush weak, and because of the way they make the 91 zones, because of the way that they make you not able to basically beat a 2-deep shell, or a one-on-one deep in a cover 3 with Kelvin Johnson, they have to make sacrifices elsewhere in the game because there's no aggressive catch, because they want to make it as deterministic as possible. So it's a whole thing. Like, approach Madden as a game. You'll have to learn it. You can't just approach it and say, hey, I played football in middle school and I understand what an offensive guard is and what a power play is and expect to win games here. Like, you can't just like get plays that your dad drew up in the sand when you're 6 years old and be like, hey, I understand what a comeback route is. I should be able to win. No, you got to learn the game. All right, off my rant box. Tex, anything you want to add?
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're right. Everything you said there is correct. But you also have to learn the game to the point where if you see a bronze cornerback, you truck him.
True, very true. You need to do that too. That is a clutch moment in every boy's life. So, hey, you talked about Twitch packs, and they got boosted for the competitive tournament this weekend. I actually tried to stay on and get a couple. I was only able to get one. Apparently, on Sunday, I only learned about them. I came back into town Sunday. I turned on once I saw on the sub that they were boosted odds, I turned on the competitive tournament, I put it on mute, watched the Penguins game, and went about my day. I only got one, but I got 30,000 coins out of the one pack for I think I put like an 88 and something else. So, actually, not too bad for me. So, they boosted the Twitch packs. What do you think of that, Tex?
It makes sense why they're doing that. It's not going to... Well, we'll talk about this later on, but...
Let's talk about it right now.
Well, it says it's not going to be good in the long run if they don't keep doing the odds like that, like they're doing right now.
Well, because...
Yeah, go ahead.
Everybody was making fun of it because there was just 3 silver cards before, or 4 silver cards.
Yeah, but at that time, though, it was fine, mostly because you can get a lot of them, I thought. Like, you're going into these weird streamers that we never heard about, or weird game changers that we never heard about stream. You can get, like, more than one for, like, time watched and stuff like that. So even though it wasn't great, it's like those, what are those called? Those LT packs for the collectibles.
Oh, yeah.
It's like those things where you have a chance at something, but it still wasn't great. It was just extra incentive to watch people's streams. And they start getting them better and better, getting like the team-specific packs you can choose. This one's just, I don't even know if it guarantees an elite, but it seems like it did for the one that was this past weekend. And so it's smart that they're doing this, and it's one of the cool things that they're trying to do to incorporate like people to come by and watch Madden on Twitch to get them some stuff in the game that they can actually use or sell if they can't use on their team right now. The thing about it that says that could be good in the long run is like, you still here, Fox?
Yeah, I'm still here.
All right. Somebody called me on Skype. I hit the call. In the long run, it's I don't know how this is gonna go if they don't keep the pack odds or the packs themselves as good. So like if they give out poop the next tournament, people may not come back.
Yeah, I mean, we saw what happened when they boosted the pack odds. Like, basically, this tournament, when it was pre-recorded, it was getting 2,000 viewers, and they had the crappy packs. And then when they had the really good packs, 5,000 people showed up this past weekend. So, like, it's an increase of 3,000 people. Like, when we saw those random Twitch streamers, like, people that would get 40 viewers got up to, like, 1,600 when they had Twitch drops early in the year on their channel on those Friday nights. And then now the competitive tournaments, they're getting 2,000. Now that they got the great packs, 5,000. So obviously this works to bring people to Twitch. But the problem is they're only pimping their own stuff. They're only pimping their Ultimate League. This isn't them pimping Twitch itself. Like, if you want to commit, I think I talked about this in a video. If you want to commit to Twitch as a platform, make these Twitch drops available for all Madden streamers. If you want Twitch and people to be on Twitch constantly, make them available if they keep the Twitch account active, watching Madden. Like right now, Madden is doing great on YouTube. Madden on YouTube is phenomenal. I think everybody's still doing really good numbers this time of year. Even I know a lot of YouTubers kind of switch over to Fortnite or whatever. That's besides the point. But like them committing to Twitch means make the drops available. I think it's just fair that way. But it feels like they're kind of doing like a half-assed job. I know like they don't want to be associated with people that maybe promote coins or like are bad for the brands. They don't want to give them Twitch drops or whatever. But like you look like I think Savage tweeted out, was it today or yesterday? Like Madden on Twitch is popping right now. There's like 200 people watching it during the middle of the day, and it's like, you can obviously increase that by thousands if you make these Twitch packs or these drops available. So why don't you do it? Why are you not committed to Twitch and you're just committed to your championship?
Also, why not have your game changers committed to Twitch? Like, if they are going to be game changers, they should have requirements to actually put out content.
I don't think that's. I mean, those there are two different types of game changers in my. Well, you know the two different types, but there's content creators or influencers who aren't game changers. Game changers are just people that like give suggestions to improve the game. They don't necessarily need to be content creators or influencers.
All right, so like Cookie Boy is a game changer as well as influencer as well. But why is EA letting him go to Facebook Gaming instead of offering him an exclusive deal to stream on Twitch?
Because EA isn't owned by Twitch, right?
I know, but the EA can offer him a deal to say, "Oh, stream Madden on Twitch once a week, so we can get you over here, so we get more people interested in Madden." But here's the thing: instead, they let Facebook pay him the money to stream on Facebook because EA is not trying to pay nobody no damn money.
Yeah, but why? Okay, EA just wants their game to be more visible to more people. Getting a guy playing Madden on Facebook is huge. Like that's a huge new platform. So that's good for EA.
But it's not. He's not just doing Madden though. He's doing 2K. He's doing other things. And so I'm figuring if EA really wants this game to grow, they're gonna have to throw some money at people who are game changers instead of letting them go sign elsewhere. Like Good Game Bros also got a partner with Facebook. And so he streams Fortnite on Facebook. He doesn't stream Madden. He may stream Madden, but I know we're out in Boston. He was doing Fortnite on his Facebook gaming stream.
He'll be streaming Madden in the fall. I guarantee that.
In the fall, probably. But I'm just like right now, like if you want these people to go over to Twitch to get more people interested in Madden because of the drops and stuff like that, you kind of gotta force the guys who are getting free stuff from them or the guys who are getting free trips to stream on the platform. That way they get more people invested in it. And they're not doing that.
Yeah, it's weird. I got a few thoughts on Twitch because I stream on it quite a bit. And I think, EA, obviously, they want to see Twitch succeed. They've put a lot of, the kind of focus into it more than YouTube. But they just want to see the game succeed on all platforms. Facebook, seeing those guys sign there, I think it's good for EA, and they're fine with it. They don't care if they leave Twitch. But, like, committing to Twitch, here's the thing. The weird thing about Twitch streamers is, like, there's been big Twitch streamers for Madden. Like, getting hundreds of viewers at a time, thousands for some. But then they all quit. Like who was it? What Slump said he was getting 300 people some streams in Madden 25 or something. He streamed every day for a year, and then he quit. What is like? And then you get other streamers like in other games like Hearthstone or CS:GO or League of Legends. All these other games, like they're streaming constantly daily, and they're not having an issue with it. What is it about Madden that burns people the fuck out, and why do people quit Twitch so much but like content creators stay on YouTube? Like Wheels is a perfect example. Wheels was streaming a ton in Madden, 15 or 16? One of those two. He was streaming a ton, and then he quit. And it's like I asked him about that. He's like, yeah, he just likes doing YouTube better. And I think the daily grind of Madden, there's something about the game that burns people out. What is it, Tex?
You can't do the same. It's not much fun in the game that you can do. So if you stream on Twitch, you're streaming for at least 2 hours. So if you're doing it 5 days a week, that's 10 hours on Madden. And each game's like an hour and a half. If you do 3 games, like an hour and a half of it. So then everything else just kind of talking to chat, doing other things. So you pretty much, if you stream and trying to entertain people, you're spending majority of your time playing the game, and then there's good days and bad days. A lot of bad days in Madden sometimes where just nothing seems to go your way. Yeah, and so you burn out quickly because there's not anything else that there is to do. Like with MLB The Show, I'm not trying to compare them, but like you can do Diamond Dice, you can grind, which is easy because you're going to sit there and talk to your friends, or you can play Road to the Show, and you're good to go. Whereas Madden, really the only thing that gets viewed, unless you're one of these like Swamis or Bingo types, is what MUT stuff. Like CFN doesn't really do well on streams.
Yeah, and on YouTube, CFLM does amazing, but on
Yeah, it
streams,
doesn't. Yeah,
right?
so why grind on stream? If you can just do it on YouTube and just get better views, and which helps you out in the long run. So, again, if they really want to succeed on Twitch, they gotta go next level. Instead of doing Twitch drops, instead of doing those what are they, Twitch Prime Legends, you gotta pay people contracts to stream on Twitch. You have to, and then so that way you can control the environment. If you don't want to make Twitch drops available for everybody, make it available. Make a weekly schedule. Like they had it before with the MUT TV. They had it before where people were forced to stream. Like Code, your boy Jo were forced to stream.
Who was on here that talked? Didn't we have somebody on the podcast that was talking about that?
I don't remember if we probably had, but I don't remember that conversation.
Was it ScoMo?
Was this was with Mudhead? No, Mudhead with the MUT crew. The MUT crew?
The crew. Were you talking about Mudhead or MUT crew?
I was talking about the MUT TV they had recently, with the MUT Wieners and everybody else that was like forced to stream like once a week on I don't know if it was Guru's channel or if it was
that was like
EA
15,
Sports
wasn't
channel.
it? That was like Madden 15, right?
Was it 15? I don't know. It might have been it. I just know that they were supposed to do something with Twitch with these streamers that they didn't actually end up doing.
I think that's like when Gibbs came into it, and it kind of fell apart after a while, didn't it?
Yeah.
That was too bad. But was Hope on here talking about that?
He might have been.
Yeah, I think Hope was a part of that, and he talked about it a little bit. So yeah, they've tried, and it just ends up falling apart. I don't know what is it about Twitch and streaming Madden and playing Madden for hours a day that burns people out trying to entertain. Maybe I think it's like I stream like 10 hours a week of Madden and on Twitch, and basically it's dealing with, I think I like my community a lot, but I've seen a lot of toxic communities. So if you somehow cultivate a toxic community, and then you're playing a game that absolutely pisses you the F off. Like, I get pissed off at Madden, like almost sometimes at a hairpin, like a drop of a hairpin. Like, it's crazy. And I got a ton of hairpins in my hair because I'm very high maintenance. So, drop, I get pissed. And, like, you just get tilted so fast in Madden. So I can see why, and, like, I talk about Weekend League and have heart attacks and all that. So it'll be tough. But I think in 19, I'm going to try to stream a whole bunch more, be more consistent with it, and then end up, probably just switching and playing another game the rest of my life. After I burn out like everybody else. Can I be different than everybody else? Like, literally no other person that's had over like a couple hundred viewers stays on it. They always leave. Mr. Golden Sports like streams sometimes, but he's in other games now. Like, it's so weird.
Yeah, it's one of these games you cannot play for a long period of time unless you are doing those giveaways like Cougar Rob was doing. Like, I don't think there's any way you could do 3 hours of Madden 7 days a week stream wise.
Yeah, Cougar Rob, he was very consistent back when they allowed giveaways, didn't they?
Yeah. Like right. Even with me with my streams, I'll do solos, and people like watching that for some reason. Shout out to y'all that like watching those. And I'll do weekends, games on the weekend, but I don't stream that much. I'd probably do 2 streams on the weekend, sometimes 3. It's because like it's after a while I'd rather do something else.
Yeah. Yeah, Madden's just not a game you can sit down and play a long time. It feels like not like shooters or something.
No. It's just it takes too long at times. There's no like quick mode that you can actually get into and get out. So like with Fortnite, you can go in and fucking die 15 times, but hey, like getting in, getting out. 3 hours later, oh my god, I'm still playing. Man, you're like you in one game, guys down 15, he won't quit. You're mad.
Actually, I like those games. I have more fun in those games where I'm up and I don't have to worry. I like that shit.
I don't mind them either, but when I'm streaming, bro, leave. Like, you're holding up the process right now. Like, I got 2 hours for these people. You're taking up 30 minutes of their time because you won't quit. And then you quit in 2 seconds left because you're being an asshole.
Yeah, but that's good. I mean, that means you're enjoying yourself. You can just relax with chat and just call whatever casual play, and then it's less stress for trying to win the game.
I think the chat likes stress, though. Like, I enjoy when you like, fuck! And then you slap your desk. Like,
I hate that. That's my least favorite part.
Yo, you
I
hate that, but I think the audience likes that.
Yeah, that drives me up a wall. I've tried to control myself, but I can't.
You can't do. I broke my phone because I'm mad. So like we both are in the same part. We gotta start controlling ourselves. We just can't because we get too frustrated with this game.
I know. At least it's like the only part of my life that I like really let out anger in. So maybe it's good. Maybe it's cathartic that way.
Yeah, you're getting a little better. It's like it's your therapy.
Yeah, I like that. Go more Madden for therapy. All right, so let's move on. We got a couple more topics before we move on to the comments from last week. So movers, we getting those, and then I got this other. Yeah, are we getting movers, Tex?
We have to, because the Jimmy Graham we got to 97, the Des Bryant we got to 97 or 98 powered up. So my guess is we still have a chance to get a 99 overall version of those two cards whenever the EA decides to give them new teams.
I like it. I want movers too. I agree with you. Let's get it. And then with that, do you think so? I saw Deuce Close. You know, he's a YouTuber. I've talked about him a little bit. He's the one who found the Hail Mary glitch. He said he put out a tweet saying he feels like there's too much content in MUT, and he's like, "Am I the only one?" And I responded, "Yes." And he's parodying the old Texas boy line: "We cannot ever mention that there's too much content to EA." Like, this is something like, I feel like if you mention it, we all got to say and crap on your chest, because it's been a dry this year. Do you think it's been dry this year, or do you think it's been too much content, Tex?
I don't know if it's been dry or it's just I just haven't had much fun. And I don't think it's because of the content when it comes with like not being enough, not it being too little. I think the content's dry because everything's the same. And so I don't think it's because of the lack of content they're dropping. I think it's the same old shit that they're dropping. Every receiver that comes out has like we got the that Jordy Nelson that came out in Boss Battles, which is basically the same as that 99 overall. Was it Dallas Clark? Dwight Clark? And with thresholds being in this game, it just makes it feel like, what's the point of upgrading? It's like you did a review with Jay Cutler recently. Yeah, like Jay Cutler is one of the best budget quarterbacks in this game. Don't get Drew Brees, don't get Big Ben Roethlisberger, get Jay Cutler because he's cheaper and he hits all the thresholds that every other quarterback does as well.
Yep. Yeah, so, Jay Cutler is phenomenal. Yeah.
Yeah. So why upgrade? So I think that's why it seems kind of stale, because we'll get a new card and it's like, oh, well, I already have this card. It's not the same person, but I have this version of this card.
Yes. And I think this is something I've wanted to make a whole video on this, and I'll just talk about briefly here. But like, why do we play MUT, right? Why do we say every game without the NFL license is going to be shit and it's going to die? It's because we play this game because it's like the NFL, the thing that we watch, the thing that we love, the thing that we've been committed to since we've been 4 years old, or watching it with our fathers or our mothers or our brothers. So it's because we play these guys that we have this emotional connection to, that we play with, and to have them be these guys on the field that are all playing the same, just maybe slightly different height, maybe slightly different equipment, but they're all essentially giving us the same thing. Like, this isn't playing with Kelvin Johnson. Like, this isn't playing with Jordy Nelson. This is playing with just guys that kind of like all act the same, that might have slightly different speed or height. Like, it's not NFL, right? Even though it's got the NFL license, this isn't why we play the game. We don't play the game for thresholds and for cards to act the same, to be more consistent. That's kind of the gist where I'm coming from.
Yeah, I agree. We don't play this game just so that way we can have the same card that came out in November, but the same card comes out in January because of the overalls. Yeah. We play this because we want to use our favorite players that we think would help our team, or players that we're fans of in fantasy, or players that are just badass in general.
Yeah. And
it seems like this year, to overcompensate what they did last year with the +1s, they kind of lost track of that, because there's three types of players in this game, really. And they pretty much, players always fall in the same category. You got slow receivers with high catching and everything else, which doesn't matter because catching threshold at 90. You got fast receivers with no catching, and then you got, like, balanced guys. And it seems like that's been their entire, like, thing for each promo, where you got fast linebackers, good block shed linebackers, balanced. It's like, what are we doing here? Top end, low end. It's just kind of like all get to the point where it's not really, like you said, MUT. It's just mostly this is Madden clone team.
Mm-hmm.
Like all these players are the same, and that's why I pretty much do power ups. Like, the power ups are my content because they're a little bit different, and I can have more fun chemistry building because they are. Unlike what last year's was, where you could, like, that Clowney was amazing with the 4 chems, the playoff cards that had 3 chems on it. It just separated them from other cards and made them feel special, whereas this year we don't have that. None of these cards feel special, except for when Bo Jackson first came out.
Yes, and Barry Sanders.
And Barry Sanders, yeah.
Maybe first Night Train Lane. Maybe. All right. So, yeah, that's it is what it is. And talking about special cards, and we talked about ultimate tickets maybe not being as high priced because a lot of these cards are damn near close to 99. We talked about that last week when ratings and where are they going to go with Xerxes. So ultimate tickets, Are we getting them, Tex? When are we getting them? What the hell?
I thought that it's a perfect weekend that we can get them, and it's next weekend after the draft promo.
Okay.
There's a perfect weekend that we can get Ultimate tickets because I think that after we get this draft content, we'll probably end up getting a week free of something that's not going on. Cause I think after the draft, that's when EA pretty much kind of mails it in. That's when like the season is pretty much over.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing else they can do. This is the last big Ultimate NFL release.
Yeah.
So there's nothing else that they can do. So maybe they start getting crazy after this week. Maybe
we got
like,
May, June, July left. Oh, sorry, I cut you off.
No, you're good. No, I was sorting this booger out my nose.
Okay, well, I'm glad I cut you off then.
All right.
So yeah, with May, June, July coming, man, the summer of MUT, it's brutal every summer, man. This community turns against each other. I should really shut off my Twitter for this summer.
No, yeah. After my last contract, I'm off. You're gonna see me in August, bro.
Really? So when's your coin selling contract get up?
July.
Oh, come on, that's so late in the year. Like mid-July, late July, what?
I think like early July. I'm gonna cut off early this year. Cause I don't like dealing with the nonsense.
Yeah. Just don't even look at Twitter for a month until like early August.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so you're right with Ultimate tickets, and with them, last year somebody made a good point. I think I saw this on the subreddit. Like that we bought these Ultimate tickets, and then they started just like later in the year. This kind of did it feel like they devalued the Ultimate tickets when they just gave everyone them for free? Like there's like do some solos, you get an Ultimate ticket. It's like, oh great. Now I have this Ultimate ticket I paid for at like a special for like 2 million coins, but now like everybody's gonna be running around with them. Like, do teams feel special this year because of how many guys they give away for free? Like in MLB The Show, like it's hard to grind for these team epics. It's hard to grind for these cards, but like you earn them, and every team seems to like I'm facing a lot of teams. Oh, it's kind of similar because cheap power is the meta in MLB right now, but that might be fixed. So does it feel like teams just aren't special, like because they're giving away so many cards for free, Tex?
No, I wouldn't say teams don't feel special. I would probably say teams don't feel like it's probably maybe it doesn't feel special because it's not players that you want. Maybe that's what it comes down to. Because a lot of these players people end up getting early on weren't their guys they wanted. They've done so a lot more lately while letting you have choices, be able to choose. But early on, like you were just kind of stuck with like, okay, I do this solo and I get what I get. And so I would say now it probably feels more special than it did before because you can actually choose who the hell you want. So like even with the boss battles that came out, you could choose which 99 you want to sell to get your coins or put in your team. You could have chose which 92 or higher that were nats. So you can actually build your team instead of that your Madden building your team for you. And so I would say it feels more special now than it did before, whereas with a Gone Unleash, like you were just stuck with whatever 90 overall they gave you. If like that's why I had 2 Chris Harrises. It paid off with the positionals, but like at the time, like you were just kind of annoyed. Like okay,
yeah, I agree. I don't know. You know how much they wanted to cut down on farming this year? It feels like the last few promos have been amazing for farms. Like, and they said they did these NAT stuff to help fight farms. Like, can't they just get rid of this NAT bullshit? And because they've made it so good for farm these last few promos, just bring back coins. Let people construct their own rosters off the market, off buying these cards off the market. I don't know. Can they? Would you feel okay if they started getting rid of these, free players for doing all this stuff and just gave us more coins for solos?
It depends what they value stuff at. So like, if they were to do the Mud Heroes promo and instead of giving us the 96 overall player that was 300K to give us 150,000 coins, I would be kind of annoyed. But I guess that's the option you could take because it's still instant coins. And so I don't know how they would go about balancing that if they were to drop a promo where you could like choose if you want coins, like how you got the packs for Weekend League where you can choose the pack value or you can choose the pack itself and try to get something good out of it.
Yeah, I mean, I was about to say that. Like in previous years, they gave us coins instead of and auctionable cards instead of NAT stuff. Like so, they've done it before, and they like you said with the Weekend League. I don't think that's an issue.
Yeah, we got to see how they do it though, because they don't be giving good value for stuff. That's why like it's really.
What are you talking about? They've given such amazing value this year with solos.
Right. No. It's about like for coins and like stuff. So what I'm saying is like when you do the draft champions thing, like you can take your 60,000 coins, where you get a Legends Fantasy pack. It's not the same value.
Yeah, it's much better for coins.
Yeah, so like they gotta kind of get more incentive for stuff like that. So we'll see exactly. We won't see, but if they decide to change it up, for all they gotta do for Nat stuff, bro, is if they make it wait, I don't know what they can do to fix it actually. Maybe just stop making stuff Nat. Market will correct itself.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, one of the main reasons I got into this game was the market. Mm-hmm. That's one of the reasons I started playing MUT in the first place, because I like the market. In 15, I played a lot of solos, played a lot of the market. And that's really what got my passion into this game. And to see it go NAT, and to see them kind of go away from the auction house, away from the trade block, kind of really turns me off a little bit.
Mm-hmm. They're going to keep going further and further from that because they are trying to combat everything. I don't blame them. I farmed a lot this year. I farmed the hell out of that Buddy Heroes promo, bro. Dog, I got Keekley for free. I got Delaney Walker for free. I got Rashad Jones for free. I got Demarius Thomas for free.
Yeah,
powered all them bad boys up.
It's much more about fun, in my opinion, this game than like value. So make it fun and let everything else sort itself out. Obviously, try and stop the coin sellers from ruining the game like they ruined FIFA a few years ago. But other than that, make it fun for the rest of us.
Yep.
All right.
That's the direction they need to go in to make the game fun, not make the game super duper stale, which is what it can be majority of the time.
Yeah. Oh wait, did you see somebody just tagged me in an EA Sports tweet announcing the hashtag MUT community draft. Tomorrow we'll put these community members on the clock for a chance to win a draft player for themselves and 5 for them to give away if they're correct. And they got Go On Volt, J.O., Lights Out, Joke, Dreeny, Flourish or Die, I've never heard. I'm Stevie J, Zan, Problem. Oh, so they kind of matched up with their teams that they like. Mm-hmm. So what the heck is this? Hope, Xfinity, Shopmaster. I've never heard of Xfinity. Shopmaster, STX Drag, Gator, Mills Gaming, Chargers Boy, Kralo. Kralo's on here for the Seahawks. QJ Beat, MRUH Rival. Never heard of that. It's like True Boy, DJ Llamas. Never heard of him. Rick, I Am Legend. RBT's here. Hey, the actual CC, Eric Rayweather, Good Game Bro, Slump City, Rockets, Code, Valexium, and Dub.W. Huh.
And look at all these motherfuckers that they could be streaming on Twitch, but don't.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the competitive guys don't want to stream on Twitch because they don't want to give away their scheme or whatever. And some of them do, actually. Or like,
they don't run your scheme on Twitch.
Yeah.
You're not qualifying while you're on Twitch. Just play.
Huh.
That's a dumb excuse. I don't want to play because I don't want to give my scheme away. Or run something different. Whoa. But, like, I would do that, but I suck if I don't run my scheme. Because, like, that's all I know how to do. I know how to play the same 3 plays and just button click and, just make one adjustment and we're good to go.
Good to go.
Bum asses.
Well, it don't matter. Like, so, I don't know. What do you think of that? Like, I've always, like, somebody tagged me. He's like, God Fox, how dare they not put you on here? I'm like, I've never been about EA and taking things from EA and getting in with EA for their giveaways. But, like, it's kind of cool, though. No, right? They're pimping out their community members? No?
This is stupid. And this is dumb. This is dumb. I understand what they're doing. They did it before. I think back in Madden 13, so they're trying to get back to what they did back. They had a draft back in Madden 13 where people could like win free cards. They drafted the right players for their team representing them. But yeah, this is dumb. This doesn't make any sense. I would have been more excited for just random people in the community.
What do you mean?
Half these guys being competitive players and like 4 of these guys being YouTubers. Actually, 1 of these guys being YouTubers.
What do you mean? There's a bunch of YouTubers here.
Are they all? I see Gator. I see Samuel. I see CC. Yeah. So I was right before 4.
Rayweather's a YouTuber. Good
5.
Game Bro's a YouTuber.
5.
What?
5 YouTubers.
QJB. Did you see him?
Oh yeah, 6.
Some of the guys I don't know might be YouTubers.
You probably think Shopmaster's on YouTube. I think he knows my man Philly Ron.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't really care for this. Like, it's cool, I guess. No, it's not so dumb. I'm not gonna backtrack. I'm not gonna go back on my statement. This is stupid. Like, I don't get this. Like, oh, we're gonna play if these guys get these picks right in a draft where they know nobody's getting anything right, will give you free players. I hate shit like that. How about you just give them a chance to get players away for free without forcing them to pick something correct?
Well, they do.
Scam.
What are you talking about? They do give all these guys cards to give away for free.
No, if they get them right, though. If they're correct.
Yeah, no, but they have in the past, though. This is more of like kind of engaging with the draft type of content, though. But they've definitely given, like, Good Game Bros giving away cards for free. Eric Rayweather. I mean, some of these guys, they even get cards for free.
Yeah, I know. I'm talking about for this. I mean, this is only for the subscriber people who are like following these people. They want the people that are associated with them to maybe come tune into them so they can get like free stuff. My issue with this is they have to get a pick right. And if you look at the top draft experts in the league, like these dudes get like 4 right. That's like good. Nobody knows what the Browns are doing. And so, like, Volt has, like, 7 choices you could possibly make for a number 1 overall pick. He ain't getting it right, but, like, it's just, like, I just hate it because nobody's going to get any cards. And stupid. It's dumb. It reminds me, like, that draft promo. No, the predictors promo. Madden did this shit where they start adding point spreads to it.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, man, a lot tougher.
You motherfuckers, bro. Like, you're the worst scum of all time. If I get 32 right, I'm going to go play I'm going to bet real money. I'm not playing your fuck-ass game.
But it costs nothing to enter the fuck ass game.
Yeah, but like if I'm gonna do a 32 team parlay, essentially, I'm gonna go do it in real life because I'm that lucky to predict 32 of these right. I don't want no 8 overall player. I want $1 million.
Yeah, but you got to lay money down for $1 million though.
But if you pick point spreads like that, you probably, I don't know. I feel like if you can get 32 right on Madden, you can get 32 right. I don't know. I'm not making any sense. But this is stupid.
Yeah.
Shout out to guys that are part of this, but this is stupid.
I don't know. I think it's fine to engage the community like this. Like, what do you think? Do you
They're
think
not engaging the community though? They're only engaging 32 people that are game changers.
And then their community. Then, hey, do you think I'm making the right decision, staying away from all EA stuff to limit their influence subconsciously or consciously?
They're not paying anything. So only thing they'll actually do that would influence you subconsciously is to get you like to not talk shit about some of the guys that work there because have a relationship with them. So that's pretty much what it comes down to. If you start meeting these people, putting a face to the Twitter profile, and you won't be as like critical of them because you understand where they're coming from.
And then, I mean, they pay for your flight, they pay for your meals, they pay for when you're out there.
They don't pay for your meals.
Yeah, they do.
Toke said they only pay for the flight and the hotel. Everything else is money you got to spend yourself.
Interesting. Well, anyways, obviously I don't know. He knows more than I do about
that's why he said yeah.
But do you think? But obviously we saw after Toke left EA, he became a lot more critical of them. Like, do people taking this kind of stuff and taking these, like, because you get promotion, like EA gives cards away to these creators and stuff to give away. And like, you know, we see that the W got an ultimate ticket last year. The competitive guys for winning a tournament got an ultimate ticket to make. Like, do you feel like that? Do you trust their opinions after being with EA so much?
It depends on if I trust a person before going into it. It's like I know you, and people have a reputation to know you as well. So if you go into EA the way you are right now, and you can still be as critical as you are, then people won't be as angry. The thing about it is people go into there and then they completely change tune. Like, so the big criticism some of these game changers get would be when something bad happens, they never say anything. So like when there was like a glitch or there was something broken in the game that happened, these dudes would be silent on Twitter. They wouldn't say anything. But when somebody's popping off at EA, they're the first person to stick up for them. That's where credibility gets called into question.
Yeah, but like I stick up for EA here in this podcast. But if I were a game changer, you'd be like, you're just a game changer, right? Doesn't that ruin credibility though? If you take handouts from EA,
no, it probably would. But if you are balanced on both ends, so if you people who know who you are, you already establish a rapport with these people about how, like, you're critical when you need to be, and you're not when it's nothing there, then maybe it doesn't damage it at all. But a lot of these people, nobody knows. Like, nobody knows who Volt is or Chargers Boy, like, on YouTube. So if they're out here caping for EA, they're going to have an opinion about them being controlled by EA because nobody knows who they are. Nobody knows the person that they claim to be. And so with you, I feel like you can take stuff from them because you have the relationship with them, and it would be better in the long run. But the thing about it is, I don't know if they would try to limit to what you can actually say about them.
Yeah, I don't know either. I that's the reason I'm never going to take it. Or I always hate saying never, but the only thing I'd ever take from EA is like an early copy of the game, like a lot of other review magazines or like IGN or big gaming journalistic companies get early reviews of the game. So that's the only thing I ever take from EA, but I don't ever take anything else from them because I feel like it definitely, whether it's consciously or subconsciously, it definitely skew my opinion. I don't want any type of that to follow. I don't know. And do you think that's a good idea going? Like that's kind of what I'm asking you. Like, do you think it's good that I kind of try to stay independent to try to keep that look at least about me that I'm balanced?
I don't know, because like you're kind of you're on both sides. You can get a coin sponsor, but you don't want one. But you can also get free stuff from EA, but you don't want to as well. It's probably better that you're doing it the way you're doing it right now, because when the time comes to make a decision, you'd be right in the perfect position.
Yeah, like what kind of decision do you mean?
Like, so if EA actually starts putting like they bring Ronku back and actually start giving people cash and giving them more of a way to make a living doing this full time, then you'll be like you're
but like that's clearly you're just being paid by EA right now. Like you have no independent voice at that time. Like you are essentially a contractor and an employee. Like you have no credit. You have no credibility at that point.
But at the same time, I feel like they don't really. This is tough because EA doesn't want to control the message at all fronts. So if you're out here not saying anything positive about certain things, I have seen some of those Ronku notes. Is like, make sure to mention this and make sure not to mention that and make sure to be positive, stuff like that. So you probably don't have a voice, but it's probably better to be where you are right now because people already get hot at you for certain things, and if you are getting free cards from EA and people don't seem to pay attention to what your track record is, they'll end up just fighting you over it.
Definitely. So it's interesting. It's because I see in other games like okay, so Anto got a lot of applause for going out and he put out a tweet that he's going out to meet with EA executives, and Anto gets stuff from EA like flights and whatnot, and gets I don't think they don't get like a salary or anything, but they get like technically free stuff from EA, quote unquote, like because they're getting paid to go out there on these trips, even though they're kind of working though because they're meeting with executives. He said he's going out to Sweden, so I'm guessing he's going out to meet with like the DICE. I think DICE is out there in Europe. And they the Star Wars stuff. So I'm guessing it's about microtransactions he's going out there to talk about. So it's interesting. Like he's technically being brought, but people like applauded him to go out there and meet with EA people. But he's, kind of gotten stuff from EA in the past. So like, is he an independent voice? Do people trust his voice?
I think he's earned the credit. I think he's earned the people's trust. Because the thing about it is like he's been more critical of the game than I think QJB has.
Okay.
Like, I remember when QJB was like, man, 25 looks so good. Look at the glare off the helmet, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, why are you sucking this skin flute so hard, bro? Like, what are we doing right? He was super, super ecstatic about something that wasn't that big of a deal. And so I feel like if one of those two, I don't know how it turns to a QJB test. Like, if it was one of those two, I feel like people like respect Anto's decision way more than they respect QJB's. Okay. I feel like Anto keeps it more realer.
Interesting.
Does.
Does Anto speak out about the game though much? Like, I'll profess I don't really watch Anto's videos.
Oh, I don't either. Because I don't have time to watch all videos on YouTube, so I watch what I like. But like even when like I just see him saying more things than I see QJB saying things.
Yeah,
I feel like QJB's doing a lot of this for a check, which I don't blame him in it. While Anto is trying to make the game a little bit better.
Yeah, I'm just scrolling down Anto's timeline. I guess he puts out Redskin stuff and basketball stuff on his Twitter timeline. Yeah, mostly basketball right now, but that's just probably the time of the year. And then he talked about being in Sweden. I regret nothing, everything he has. So yeah, he did talk about talking to top executives face to face. So yeah, I guess you can have an independent voice, but you won't be seen as an independent voice if you're taking free stuff from EA.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Which is kind of crazy because like the perception that EA pays everything is not true. I can't disclose the story, but I'll tell you off camera or off screen about some YouTubers who got to sit down to EA, but nothing else is paid for. So. Yeah,
I mean, we'll talk. You'll tell me, then I'll tell everybody else. Is like it happened between like 2K and some YouTubers maybe later. I don't know.
We keep podcast. Like tell them like a year from now, so nobody forget to lead.
All right, here let me go to last week's podcast, and we're kind of in the screw around portion of the pod. Let me go to god dang, why can't I find it? I gotta go to my channel quick. and then we'll talk through some of the questions in the comments. Do you want to go to last week's podcast on my channel too? Look for some questions. We can kind of just go back and forth, find something you like. All right, so I'll go up. Let's look at maybe top rated. All right, so actually says thanks for having me. All right, Kimberly says gameplay was so bad this year. Only people who like this year's gameplay.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I don't know.
You can't read a dude's comment.
No, don't read this person's comment.
If he says gameplay's bad this year, bro, like we're not doing that.
He talked about 91 zones being bad and unrealistic fluky shit. Like unrealistic fluky shit's always been in Madden though, hasn't it?
All the time, bro. I remember the hurdle glitch used to do, or the stiff arm glitch. You could do a lot of dumb shit. Like if you're a quarterback, you're trying to do a quarterback sneak, just press triangle before you fall and you get a fucking touchdown.
Yeah, Madden 25. Yeah.
Yeah. You get the Jimmy jump.
It's been terrible. Every single year's had glitches and unrealistic fluky shit. And then and then he goes on to say, bums have a chance versus a veteran Madden player. I guarantee you, bums. Like people. I've said this before. Like we call out. Everybody thinks that the person they're playing is a bum. That's frankly not true. People overrate their ability in Madden constantly. I see this all the time. Like, oh, this bum did blankety blank and he beat me. I'm like, you're not that good at the game. How are you calling other people bums? You're not Skimbo. Like. And people are saying the same thing about MLB The Show and how there's no separation and skill gap there. And then I look at pitching Rebel stats. He's hitting like 368, slugging 900, just absolutely murdering the game. Has a low ERA. It's 32-0 in ranked seasons. And be like, there's no skill gap. Like this guy was the motherfucking best at the game last year. He's still winning every single game this year. Like there's still a skill gap, but people have the inability to recognize that they're not that good, and a lack of skill gap maybe means just you're not that good. So, anyways, that's kind of my, like, obviously a veteran Madden player will beat a novice. Like, I will beat a novice most of the time. Texas will beat a novice most of the time. Yeah. Like, 99% of the time, if they just pick it up the sticks.
So what this guy is basically saying is it's not like, because it's the same argument What's-His-Face had for Fortnite. Like, it says Ninja wins 99% of his matches because he's the best. No, but like, yeah. That's what this guy's kind of arguing, because he's like, bums have a chance to beat veteran players. They don't, unless the game just goes wholly in one way. But usually, I don't ever lose to guys that are like really bad. I only lose to guys that are decent, and I just get unlucky with fumbles. A guy that knows how to put a guy in a deep blue. Like I will whoop on a guy that doesn't know how to put a guy in deep blue. I played a guy today that in my video I posted, he was doing the cover 2. Yeah. Instead of putting a guy in deep blue, he's manning up DeMarcus Ware, my receiver. I'm like, that is the most bummiest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, this is what you're doing? This is your defense? And so those guys I don't typically lose to. I only lose to people that are like competent and they know what they're doing a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. Like people, like with the knowledge gap being shrunk because of YouTube, people are unable to, I don't know, maybe separate themselves somehow or learn why things happen and make themselves better. All right, so Madden 19 with no thresholds would be great, or at least different tiers of them, says Nick V. Yeah, I agree. Do you want them to change up thresholds at all, make them more granular?
I don't want thresholds. I want what's the word I'm looking for? I want it overtime. 99 is going to be the bee's knees, and then it gets like one tick slower every single time how it reacts to a ball.
I agree. Perfect.
And I want throw power to be the counter to that. So like 99 throw power versus like 95 zone should be able to beat it every single time, unless the guy does an adjustment to put a guy in a certain position.
Yeah.
So I kind of want those two to be kind of symbiotic, where throw power will make a difference versus 99 zone. I mean, versus like 93 zone. If guys like Cam out there threaten needle, whereas a guy who has like Eli Manning can't make that type of throw unless the quarterback's worse.
I think that's perfect. Yeah, I gotta take a piss. Let's make this. Let's make this a fire round. All right.
Fred said.
Oh, you got it. You got it.
He said he agrees with me on stupid fumble logic. It's ridiculous that offensive players get fast lightning speed boost and pick up ball. He had it happen too when the lineman picked up and ran 25 yards, or the ball magnetically goes to the quarterback when he's on his back. So next year, how can they improve the fumble or the ball physics to make it?
I don't know. They said this before this year that they improved the fumble logic, and it's gotten a little bit better in my opinion, but it still isn't all the way there because a majority, I think, in real life, defense recovers fumbles more often than the offense, but it doesn't seem that way in Madden.
Yeah, I don't know what they can do. I mean, we do need better physics though, because like it seems like the only physics in this game are just for defenders. Because I don't know how many times I'm trying to stop running the back when I trip. the ball doesn't have actual physics because the ball be doing its own thing. I don't know how the ball can be on the left side and warp it to the quarterback's hand on the right side.
Yeah, they said the ball's got physics this year. I don't know, man.
It got physics on kicks, except for the fact that I played a guy that kept scum kicking me. Like, I thought they patched that. He literally kicked the ball right where the sideline was, and it would bounce back inside every single time.
Yeah,
this is recent.
You have to do it in the dome. I think CC put out a video on it.
Okay, so like the ball don't got no physics because the ball had physics. It would bounce differently every single time, but it bounces the same.
Oh, totally.
So if the ball bounces the same, there's no physics.
Nope. Yeah,
Like,
if it's the exact same spot, exact same thing happens every time. Yeah, that's
dog, why do they keep putting stuff out and then we can prove it's not true? They say it's true, but then they go, stop.
Yeah, it's best not to think about. Don't worry about that, baby. Don't worry about it.
Hurt my brain thinking about it.
Uncle Doge says, do the power-ups that give you cards real boosts like ST on Keekly. False. Don't do the power-ups that give useless +1s like Breeze. Yeah, don't do power-ups in general, Uncle. Aliens Film says, I love Gauntlet Unleashed. I think Texas did too. That's where you're disagreeing with him. Texas was talking about Leafy last week. A lot of people made that comment about Leafy. I don't remember what it was in reference to.
YouTube changing their policy for because of the guy was bullying people.
Yeah, Leafy. Like, gotcha.
Yeah.
Xerxes always stretches his videos to 10 minutes and puts 5 ads in it, lol.
Jokes.
Yeah, whatever. It's just part of the grind. Some people, I mean, it's whatever. It's just Xerxes. And he's got his content. He knows what plays on his end, and keep up the grind, man. So, Reek says, yay, another 2-hour pod. Keep him coming, Dad. How long was this pod, Ben?
She's
140 just about, yeah.
Probably an hour and 30, though, because we got to cut out 10 minutes of
right.
nothing that happened.
Because we lost each other for a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, you got another one that you want to talk about?
We have our boy NY talking about, as far as level system goes, he'll put more time and effort in creating some ideas to improve it, but he's still trying to get community feedback on the power-ups. So if you guys haven't heard last week's episode, be sure to go back and listen to it and give some opinions on the power-ups. If not, I'm pretty sure you and I will make a video about that.
Yeah.
So you can get some feedback on what we should see in Madden next year.
Yeah, definitely check out NYM's comment. I'm going to actually pin it to the top of last week's pod so you can take a look at his. Actually, he made 2 comments, another one for a level up reward system. But take a look at the pinned comment on last week's pod to take a look at his more in-depth level up solution. It's like 5 paragraphs, so if you're interested in that. Brad says, my solution to fix power assist allows to break down a powered up player by removing cards in the set and going back to digit cards. That's easy. That's an easy fix. I think we've been talking about that since the start of the year. 10-day events to replace Weekend League would be great, especially for those who work or are busy on the weekends and can't play. Darth Fader says, Battle Royale mode. You each get a chance to start at the 50 overtime rules. What do you think of that? Battle Royale mode. Texas.
What? So it's like college rules?
Yeah, I guess.
I wouldn't mind college rules. Who has the best offense? Score a touchdown, score a touchdown. Anything's better than what we have right now. We can just get into a game, and then you have to try to stop your opponent, and then there's no field goals allowed. Just only touchdowns. Because I hate that shit where you play defense first, and then you get to stop and kick a field goal. It's coward shit. only touchdowns. College rules, 50-yard line. Whose offense is better? Whose defense is better?
Yeah. Do it. Love it. All right. James Taylor says, every time I play this game, I die a little. Yeah. Sounds about right. How about a pack and play weekend league that gives us position fantasy packs and you get to play what you get, or a MUT draft weekend league? Yeah, pack and play weekend would be kind of cool. What do you think?
That's basically what they had before, which was draft duels.
Yep.
Yeah, so they can easily incorporate that back to something fun.
Was that 13 or 25?
13, and it was in the game for like a week. Then
it was so glitchy that I had to take it out.
No, I don't even know what happened, but that's when they had those flashback packs. 94 overall left tackle Jordan Gross, I think what it was. They had that 92 Michael Vick. That was so much fun. But they took it out because they actually spent money to play. It was money or coins. Because people were spending like $2 to get into it and weren't actually like getting the rewards for it.
Really?
They're getting into it and getting lagged out of the game, or the game would like glitch out and they wouldn't actually get to play. And so they had to take it out because of that. They didn't take it out because it was broke. They took it out because of the money aspect, and they felt like people weren't getting a good deal.
Oh, well, I didn't know that.
Shout out to them for being super. Because my buddy Jacob was like, I put $10 in this and I can't play. I'm like, I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah, that kind of sucks for him. But anyways, it's in the past now. But now we got regular drafts, MUT drafts. All right, so they need a game like Quarterback Club, but for all players, targets, races, catching, tackle, pick, and stripping the bad ball drills with MUT players against other MUT players. What do you think about mini games in MUT, Tex?
I don't know how that would work because I feel like everybody's the same accuracy. Like, so like if you do passing accuracy stuff, it's kind of the same. It would be cool if you could like if they force you like do target passing because I don't remember how was the Madden like 9 mini game. I saw Ryan uploaded the interception one recently where you had to go like up and down for like shit like that. It'd be kind of cool just to do. I'd rather do that than play solos. Give me like catch 10 interceptions, advance to the next one.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I mean, how long do you think you'd enjoy that for though? Is that kind of like long shot? You'd have fun for a little bit.
Not for I would enjoy it just like every so often. I don't want to do like every single time, but like it was like you got to break up the monotony of just doing the same shoot clock thing over and over again.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
It's kind of like with Street Fighter. I remember you used to you fight somebody, then you go beat a car up.
Yeah,
like just doing stuff like that.
That was kind of fun. I do remember that.
Just changing it up a little bit. Like you're not doing the same thing over and over and over again. Like put something in there that's completely different, so that way you don't feel like you're basically living the same life over and over again, like you're Harry Truman from the Truman Show.
Isn't Harry Truman like a president? Was that?
I don't know. I don't even know if his name was Harry. I just said Harry Truman.
Oh, okay.
It was a Truman Show.
Maybe his name was Truman Capote. Yeah, Capote. So yeah, maybe that was instead. In either one, who knows? Yeah. Hey, so Alex Thomas asks, is this on any other platform I want to listen to it, but I don't want to chew through my data without school card? It is on iTunes. Every single podcast is also on iTunes. Sometimes it goes up a couple hours afterwards, unfortunately, because of my fault. I can't get it uploaded to my website quick enough. And one more, because I really got to take a piss here.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead. You got one?
Yep.
I'm gonna say my man says, how would you feel about quirks in Madden? So my man Trap,
they have them with traits, but they just don't work.
They don't work. So he says when it comes to player abilities like secure tackler and other players should go by their attributes rather than just randomly doing it in a way that you can widen how they make the cards and they can keep rolling out cards that don't mirror each other. For example, player 91 tackle should automatically get secure tackle. Wide receiver 89 route running should get playmaker.
Yeah, we've talked about this. You've talked about this text before, and I think I completely agree. That's a great idea. Go by stats. It works, and it makes the players play individually. Like I like the idea of traits and quirks. Make those players just what we talked about earlier, because we want these players to play differently, like they're players on the field in real life and how they played. Like the O-Chem for LT was amazing because that's how he played. Like he's unblockable. Amazing to make him special on the field. Do it, keep it, love it. Great.
Yes. Now Fox has to go take a leak. So we're going to end the podcast on that. Hope you guys enjoy. Post down in the comment section of this podcast your questions that you guys happen to have. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Next one will be on Gut Fox channel. Link down in the description. Go ahead and subscribe to him over there. It's been Texas. It's been your boy Fox.
Take it easy.
Catch you guys in the next one.
See ya.
Bye.